Hi everyone, we're back. Just want to start off saying a huge thank you to everyone who subscribed. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button for me. We hit 5,000 a few days ago and just over 65,000 views in total so far. So yeah, thank you very much. What we're going to do today is some of the cloud technique, hopefully. And this is try 2 now because I made a massive mistake yesterday. I wanted the video up today, but it's now been delayed. So this is Myriams Nature, Myriams Nature cloud technique. Myriam with a Y. What I'll do is I'll pop her tutorial in the description so you can go and watch that as well, and like and subscribe to her channel. So we're going to be using Let's Resin today. We're going to be going with the high concentrated alcohol inks as I've used before, and this is the Sea White Deeper, which is what I've got at the moment. This comes, you get like 2 big bottles like I've shown in the other videos. I mean, other inks should work, just give it a try. Right, so let's start off. I'm going to measure out the resin. Still haven't got out the bad habit of doing it by 1 weight, but I'll get out of that habit. So we're going to go for 30 grams of each. Ish, hopefully. Again, I've got a link in my description. It's called a Linktree link, and in that link are all of my other social media accounts, donation pages. I've now got Buy Me a Coffee, so if you feel my tutorials are helping, you might be selling some of your bits in an Etsy shop and they're successful, feel free to buy me a coffee. No pressure, I'm not forcing anyone. And this is my full-time job now, so. And you've probably noticed there are ads now in my videos. Obviously, being my full-time job, I have to have some kind of income. So I do apologise, I'll try and keep them minimal. But it's kind of paying my wages to begin with. Not much, but it's a start. And it's you guys, by watching my videos, that helps me progress. And carry on doing what I'm doing. Right, so we've got the resin ready to mix. Again, these stirring sticks come with a box of resin from Let's Resin. And we're going to start getting a cloudy look to the resin. Minimal bubbles in this resin, I quite like it. I think I'm going to stick with this resin from now on instead of the previous resin I was using. I had issues, it was out of stock quite a lot. Probably my fault from the tutorials and everyone buying it, but I'm going to stick with this for now because I'm getting just as good results. You'll start to see it going, see it's barely any bubbles in there at all. Really good. So it's starting to go clear. Some people preheat their part A and part B bottles before, warm them up, as I've shown in other videos. I have a bowl of not hot but warm water. If it's too hot, what you'll do is you'll set a flash cure. Your resin's just going to go hard pretty quick, and that will be a waste. So with the cloud technique, what we do is we're not dropping whites on top of the colours, we're just dropping the colours. We're going to leave some resin left over in the mixing cup. We'll add some white to that leftover resin and pour that over the top of the inks in the mould. But yeah, I'll show you as I go anyway. It's a really cool technique. So we're going to stir this until we get like a much watery, not as thick as it once was. Again, if you haven't subscribed, hit that button for me please. So 65,000 views, which is amazing. 5,000 subs. I'm pretty sure you all haven't watched the same videos over and over and over again. I'm going to dry the bottom of the cup just to prevent any water getting in the moulds. Now pinch that corner, and we don't want to fill these up too much because we need to allow for both the inks and the white resin afterwards. So you want to leave 1 millimeter or 2 from the top of the mould. You don't want it overspilling. I'm going to stick with the larger ones that I normally use. My pink stained mould. Used a different brand pink a few days ago and it's completely stained. I've tried using alcohol and it's just not budging. I'll go with this one, and we'll go with a couple of these small hearts. And what we'll do, just in case there's any bubbles, we'll just let that sit, and we're going to mix in the white with the rest of the resin. I mean, I've only got too much left in there. Now Miriam, in her video, she put about 30 to 40 drops of white. So I'm going to just go with around about the same, hopefully. And then we're going to give it a good stir. The white will kind of cling to the side of the mixing cup. So just keep working it from the sides in whilst turning the cup. And you want a milk colour. If you don't put enough white in, from my lesson learnt yesterday, it will not work properly. You'll end up with a couple of blobs if you're lucky. I'll put a little bit more in there. And you don't really want to waste resin, so I think that will do. I think that's good. So now the bubbles have hopefully come to the surface. Just going to dry this off quick. Use my little mini torch. Just click blast any surface bubbles. Not many. Right, and today we're going to be using, we've got purple, got sapphire blue, going to be using lemon yellow and peach red. And I'm just going to drop, I'm going to take you down a bit closer, and we're just going to drop the colours, starting with the peach red. I might not even use all of the colours that I've picked out. I'm going to see how they disperse across the mould, but I do like to use the yellow because the yellow brings out a really nice background, kind of a hug to the other colours. Oh, I went in top of the pink on that one. Never mind. I think now we'll go in with purple. No, I didn't want to go in there. Let's just suck that up. And there we go. And be careful we don't muddy the colours together, I had that with a couple yesterday, and the colours just merged together and create a horrible muddy colour. I'll just dry that bit up there as well. I forgot to use my release spray again. Right, so you can see we've got some clear areas. I might try and go in with the blue and really hope that it doesn't muddy together. Where should we go? We're probably going to get a bit of a green where it hits the yellow, which is fine. These inks are really dripping today. I'm going to go in here and here, and I think that's it. Now we just want to top up the other colours that we've already placed. I'm going to go here, pink, sorry, peach red, not pink. I'll go back into this one here, in this one here. I'll go back in this one, back in this one. And then I think we're just going to add a bit more yellow. But there. You can use whatever colours you like. It's just be careful with the placement. Right, so I think that's it. Got some green in these now. Just adds to the colouring. And now we've got our white resin mix. Just going to pinch the cup and just go in any way you like, but you want a drizzle, not a drip. You might start with a small drip, but keep the flow going and then just let it flow out of the cup, and then any way you like. And this one will go with a swirl. Go with this one. And this one. Go with a swirl on this one, I think. And the hearts. You can see when you add the white over to the colour, take it down a little bit more. Kind of becomes a little bit more vibrant as well. And what that white resin mix will do is push the colours down to the front of the piece, which will create the effect when you demould. We're just going to go in a little bit more on this one. And that is that. So we're going to come back in about an hour and add my little wispy stir and take it from there. Right, see you soon. Right, we're back to mix it up. As usual, I've got my sewing pin. Before I start, I just want to show you the fails from yesterday's and the muddying that kind of happened. You can see there wasn't enough white to push through, and the colours have basically muddied together. Just yucky, really. I'm just hoping these ones turn out. I mean, this is what we should really be getting, is this cloudy effect. This one's a bit more white. Oops. Right, so I know Myriam, in her tutorial, I think she stirs pretty much after adding the inks, but I'm just going to see how it goes. I mean, my previous ones turned out okay. So I'm going to start down here. Just do anything you want, really. Don't go too deep again, because you don't want to scratch your mould. Just draw those colours around. Go in with the pink on this one. Just draw the colours through each other. go over to these hearts. So I'm not doing it exactly the same way that Myriam does hers. Swirly in that one. And thanks to those who've sent donations since the last video. Very much, I'm trying my hands in the way, very much appreciated. I'll just turn this round so you can actually see what I'm doing. I'll draw that pink through the middle on this one. And this one I'll work pink into the purple, down to the green. Kind of just go any way you like, really. Alright, I think that's it. And we'll be back tomorrow for the demold. See you then. Right, we're back for the demold. I sped things up a little bit, so I actually did these at what, about 10:30 this morning, and it's now just gone 4 PM, so I can actually do my dropping and curing a lot quicker with a kind of like a heat pad. Right, so let's start. Oh wow, that is cool. Oh, thank goodness I haven't got to restart the whole thing. Let's see, that was really good. Pop that down. Yeah, I'm really happy with these ones. Really much better than the failed ones yesterday. Let's see if the little hearts worked out okay. Yeah. And the next one. Matching. I'll turn those into a pair of earrings. See this round one. Oh wow. Just did a swirl in that one. That's really good. I don't want to stop. I don't want them to end. Wow, that's really cool. A bit of a damaged mould to get it changed. Oh, and the last one. That's the one where I drew the pink back down the middle. That's created a really cool effect. So yeah, that's all of them. So I hope you found this one helpful. Again, go and check out Myriam's page. I really like that one. Not page, YouTube channel. I'll put all the links for the products that I use in the video description, with my other link tree and the link for Myriam's YouTube. And that's it for now. I will see you next time. Have fun.